ready. Frankie, good job.
Taking the fight out of them. Multiplication. Investigating hostile intentions. Let's go for multiplication. Hostilities are afoot. ratcheting up my aggression. Resorting to violence. They're looking pretty. Locking them down, taking the fight out of them. I'm ready. Gravel plunge. Use it to claw. My claws always fresh. Hostilities are afoot. Ready. Not quite charged yet.
You've returned. I mean, we knew you'd return. We've been waiting. Did you bring the pupa for me? Wonderful. Now the formation of our new Mantisaur regiment can begin in earnest.
No. You really don't want to do that.
Biologist Bradford, that is quite enough of...
Listen to me. The man is a charlatan, a fraud. And if you give him the specimen, it will be forever lost to his ignorance. And while it's not unique, it is difficult to acquire. The Manosaur doesn't want it, nor could it ask him for it. Wentworth only knows it was there because I made the mistake of telling him it was almost a certainty. If you give it to him, it will be wasted. If you give it to me, the science I will perform will fuel biological weapon advancements currently only dreamed of.
Bradford, I am the commander of this base, and you will...
You are nothing but a bottom-ranked trooper who has lied his way to power, but your tongue betrays your grift.
That is enough. Me and the Mantisaur are one. Whether I speak or it speaks, it's all the same voice. And right now, we are both contemplating some frontline service for you. I will take the pupa now, if you please. What? Of course. Its name is Wojciech, its favorite color is blue, and it had 27 brothers when it spawned.
Is that seriously the best you've got?
My ability to communicate with the commander has convinced Auntie's choice, and that should be enough to convince you, too.
Oh, thank law. You've made the right choice. And the research I'm going to do with this little beauty will allow me to retire rich, respectable, and powerful.
Let's hope this doesn't come back to bite us. Or grow up to bite us, rather.
Mantisaurs, eyes up, troops! A mess of the bastards are coming from the east.
Did they follow those folks back from that nest?
Multiplicator installed. Craft's still a bit sleepy. Craft fueling. All charged up. They're being numb. Mitigating the threat.
So many of
This is what happens when you put a giant insect in charge of product development. Anyone left for us to file a complaint to?
Working hard or hardly working? That's rhetorical.
Sorry, time is bits, bits is time.
Well, that certainly was a horrific bit of chaos. But you made the right decision by giving the pupa to me. The research value it will provide is enormous. Absolutely. And that research will bring me promotions, wealth, and status that is long overdue. My genius will ascend the corporate ladder, and they will be lucky to have me. Yes, you have your bits, and I will have a long, illustrious career spanning decades. Works out perfectly for both of us. And now, you should be off to your next adventure.
Nobody in their right mind is gonna believe I talk to these things now. You're damn lucky I've got to figure out how to explain this mess, or I'd feed you to the bugs myself.
Stop that scrounging around.
Thank you for your customer service, contractor.
Not entirely surprised I had to abandon my cover identity earlier. Knew there was a risk if I took action, but when the attack on the outpost opportunity occurred, I had no choice. I do so hope you'll forgive my thoroughly convincing deception, dear. Not really, no. Innocent and unobtrusive never truly came natural to me. Do you now? Let's hear it. Oh, I am a dedicated member of the Order. Beyond that, there's little you or anyone need to hear about. Consider yourself lucky. You already know more about me than anyone else I've met in the last 20-odd years. I see you're not going to let this lie, are you? Fine. Suppose I'll elaborate. Slightly. I mentioned before I was part of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. My role there, you may recall, was head intercessor. I was tasked to influence pivotal events, to keep the solving of the equation on track. Something occurred. I needed to step off the board a while. To put it mildly, after the incident in question, seeking refuge seemed prudent. Dorado appealed to me because it was off the board but not completely remote. There I could lie low for a time, but observe. So I'd believed. Our department was shuttered shortly after Ruth Pissar took office. To avoid undue attention, I remained in hiding. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I'm glad we were able to show him a little grace. DeVries obviously manipulated him into acting against his conscience. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. I know, you've always looked out for me. Been the case ever since you first gave me advice about being a good agent. Seems a lifetime ago now, doesn't it? DeVries always was good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. Maybe not. Past 10 years have more or less proven that out. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. Always up for a little backfence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Underneath that friendly old lady facade, Marisol's a killer. Best we not forget that. Future's always changing, though. Who knows? Maybe Marisol will surprise us. In a good way, I mean. Not in a surprise attack kind of way. I hope. I think she'd have a hell of a time passing the directorate psychological screening. Don't much care for all her talk about disembowelment, neither. Truth be told, I don't know her all that well. And she's unmoored and grabbing for anything that feels like purpose. Same as the rest of us. At least that's what I would say if I was feeling charitable. Most days, I'd send her out the airlock if it came to a vote. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable. And shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell me anything yet. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's choice than they have to her, but maybe we can help her see that one day. Sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind?
Azza, you might follow a ruinous religious Did you need something? Whatever's on your mind. Another crack like that, and you might just find out. Our department employed a variety of methods to obviate hindrances and threats to the Order's efforts. We were considered wardens of the Grand Plan, helping correct it when needed. Sometimes with purpose. Don't you as well? Do you draw some moral distinction between avenging harm and nipping it in the bud beforehand? Between covert and overt means? When all is said and done, are those in your ledger any less dead than mine? Had a sense you felt that way. We'll see if situations force that to change. Some were proprietary. Often they involved forms of subtle persuasion, others more overt influence. Now and again, more direct means were required. All of us are part of the plan. We follow the path intended for us by the architect. We should, at least. Now and then, some push back against their path, but it never ends well. Corrections can take time, even delay in the solving of the equation. That's where we came in, to get things back on track in the timeliest of manners. May all our travails add to the equation. Yes, sir? Anything on your mind? Truly? Come now, are you serious? Well, I admit I've been rather enjoying our group's escapades. It's been a considerable time since I experienced such camaraderie. Well, I'd looked forward to us saving the galaxy together, but I understand. That is, I don't really, but I wish you all well, sincerely. Do. Take care.
Why'd you let Marisol leave like that? There was still so much I could have learned from her. And then we'd have ended up fighting each other, ultimately lying side by side, slowly bleeding to death as we respectfully praised each other's skills. Would have been beautiful. Such as? Nothing of much worth to tell there. I'd rather hear your story. I hope that story ended with you gutting them like a rancid saltuna. I bet my future on the Glorious Dawn. Best decision I ever made. They gave me a new life and wiped away the old. My world used to be devoid of color. Everything was gray. Now everything is vibrant, like the arterial spray of a freshly opened vein. I wholeheartedly concur. Associating with one such as yourself proves it. If there's anything worse than my former fellow protectorate subjects, it's corporate toadies. Such as?
It was a mistake letting Marisol walk away like that. Invaluable don't even have to describe what she brought to our crew. Hope you know what you're doing. Now, did you need something? Or...
Impressive killing, Commander. Wish I'd been here to partake. I'm not seeing their hierarch Ziegler out here. I'll go take a quick look inside and verify you got him. They're all dead, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch Ziegler isn't with them. I did find one of our communication devices, though. Seems like he took a small group of acolytes with him to study a rift on Paradise Island. Idiot didn't even have enough respect to stay to kill me himself. Well, it's of no consequence. Now that I know where he is, let's go show him the error of his ways.